What's going on, guys? So I'm gonna be letting you know some tips to help you boost your cinematic Instagram stories, or maybe you're just starting out with the cinematic Instagram stories. This is gonna be some tips on how to do better. Let's jump into it. Remember to keep your Instagram stories short and sweet because it's only 15 seconds. But if you don't have enough content or your story is not long enough, don't stretch it and drag it out so it'll fit into that 15 seconds. You know, if it's only 6-7 seconds, only use that 6 or 7 seconds. The next thing up is to have a plan. Go into it knowing what you want to shoot. Personally, what I do is I like to have a whole bunch of B-roll and then I say something short at the very end of the video. Just find out what works for you and how you want to maneuver everything, and yeah, just go get into it. The next thing is try not to shoot in landscape mode. Try to shoot all your content in vertical mode because nobody wants to turn their head sideways or have to turn their phone a different direction to watch your story. And if you're editing everything together, you have like 3 people in a row talking and you switch it or crop it to vertical mode and you have to crop people out, it's not going to look good. You're going to be upset that it doesn't fit properly into your cinematic story. So that's a huge thing that a lot of people struggle with. Or if you know you're gonna shoot everything vertical, say you're shooting, a video for something and you just wanna, maybe make a little trailer for Instagram. Make sure your content is more towards like the middle area or like one strip down the video, and then you could take that specific piece and put it into your Instagram story and make it work that way. You have to kind of plan for it. You don't get home when you're editing it and you're upset that it doesn't fit properly. I find that your Instagram stories don't have to be anything super crazy and like, super cinematic, putting like crazy amounts of time into it. It could just be something very basic, maybe you piece together 4 or 5 clips, add a transition or 2. It'll look a lot more visually pleasing because the fact that most people aren't doing Instagram stories like anything crazy. They're just doing, maybe 1-2 photo of where they are, maybe a video of them, I don't know, eating their food, or like a boomerang of them eating their food. If you put a little bit of time and work into your cinematic stories, it's gonna go a long way and look a lot more pleasing and more put together. So after you shoot your video and you get home, you're going to edit it, you have like 2 to 5 minutes of footage and you're like, what am I gonna do with this? Oh, I have to cut this down to 15 seconds. So try to just get the parts of where there's the most action, just get straight to the point. You only realistically have the 15 seconds. Like say you go from 2 to 5 minutes to a minute, then you can cut it down some more. Maybe you're at 30 seconds now, and then after you go from 30 seconds, take a break. Maybe you might need to have, half-hour break, and then you can come back to it and be like, all right, now I can cut out this piece because this piece doesn't really make sense. That's how you narrow it down to like your 15 seconds. That's personally what I do. Use another camera if possible because phones have to be all around good. So like a phone's first thing that they're good at is being a phone, obviously. And a camera's first thing that they're good at is either taking photos or taking videos. So that's why I like to use a camera rather than a phone to shoot, my Instagram stories. It's better quality and it's more detailed, the images are more sharp, and it's just more pleasing for the stories that I want to tell. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope these tips help you boost your cinematic Instagram stories. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and until the next video. Peace.